have to do is like, you know, when you boil it down, all we got to do is kill an hour. I'm just going to recycle last week's art because Pregnant Samantha Distorted is pretty funny. Yeah. You figure this is the blow off episode right before the big episode anyway, so like who cares? You know, it is what it is. I do know this though. If I know one
You
thing,
do know? You do know?
I do know.
Do you? What do you know?
I do know that Hillary Clinton could not sell pussy to a troop train.
Uh, is it someone else's pussy? Cause
Well, yeah, I mean in the scenario, she would have a reserve of it, and
reserve
then
army of pussy.
yeah, you know what I liked about that comment? Because I enjoy train wrecks as much as the next guy. What I liked about that comment the most was that like even conservatives were feigning outrage about it. Like
I don't. I'm not familiar with the comment. What was the comment?
Bill Clinton talked about his wife's campaign and was like, Hillary couldn't sell pussy to a troop train.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's oddly specific.
yeah, that's in Ryan. I think it's in Ryan Grimm's new book. Yeah,
Who
it's
cares
true
what
though.
Ryan Grimm has to say?
I don't know. Ryan
That's
Grimm's a good
hilarious.
dude. He's a good dude. But yeah, he was.
I never heard of him.
We were also saying earlier, like, where's the lie? Like,
Yeah,
are like, oh, people are upset about his choice of words. Really?
yeah. They're like it's so misogynistic, and it's like he
The
goes,
guy, what? The guy who was who was adultering on the clock.
yeah,
Okay, okay.
the guy who raped his intern is a misogynist, and it was, yeah, like, but
From the party that just can't seem to get rid of these rapists.
yeah,
They just can't manage it.
can't find a
Something
way.
about it. Something about it is so difficult.
Just Dr. Malcolm from Jurassic Park. Rape finds a way.
You know what? We'll just make him president. It's fine.
Yeah, like, and then somebody was like, I don't know if I'd be talking about selling pussy for somebody who's on Epstein's airline or whatever. And I was like, to be fair, that was not about selling. Like, I was like, that one kind of talks about how you see Epstein's victims. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta watch your commentary because he was getting, first off, he was getting that for free. Second off, there was no sale involved. That was kidnapping children. So equating children with casual sex with a prostitute is really telling. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's it's not the good look. That's not the clever zing that you thought it was. That means you don't actually see anything tangentially wrong with it.
congratulations. You played yourself.
Yeah. Way to walk right into that one, dick first. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't. Nobody had to. Nobody set you up to take that L. You just dived on that grenade, and then pulled the pin underneath you.
He's like, yummy L's. I gotta take it. I gotta take it with me and eat it.
I can't wait for this L to come to fruition.
Finger looking L's.
Yeah, because that's the thing, you know. I mean, like it's also simultaneously true that like it's horrific that Bill Clinton was on that plane, as many or more times than Donald Trump. I forget. I think he was on there more. And it's horrific that we've had two presidents in what is a 20-year, about 30-year period that both hung out with the same billionaire pedophile, right?
Well, you know, you win some, you lose some.
Is that it? Is that what we're going with? Okay,
Yeah,
that's the bit.
that's what they do.
That's what they do. So yeah,
I didn't make the rules. They made the rules.
I didn't make the rule that we should just hang out with billionaire pedophiles. So this is yeah. So with that, to make sure that our stream gets demonetized yet again, I'm Dan. I'm with Michael Jordan Peterson and Juniper Nest, also of mindful wellness fame, and I do mean fame compared to this shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
get it, get
yeah,
it.
get it. Get the compliments. Take them. Just eat them on up.
Mm.
That's some good ass compliment right there.
I'm gonna just tell you right now that Juniper is the best of the Southern Tree here.
Yeah, definitely better than us, but mostly because she's not apathetic. She's like, no, Dan, we can really do this, and it's like, oh, that's sweet, but no, I'm just a lazy failure.
It's because she's the newest.
Yeah, we're just gonna let capitalism erode that attitude a little bit longer.
What of
It could
us?
just be an
What
advanced
of
case of
us,
not giving a fuck.
Yeah,
Both things are possible.
yeah, it's simultaneously true.
sir? This is
Oh,
sir. You have an issue here, and I don't know how to tell you, but you got not giving a fuck.
oh no, Doc, how long do I gotta live?
It's in your blood.
You think I can get on the troop train one more time? I gotta get on
Troop
there.
train.
The troop train.
Okay, so they're freaking out over Bill Clinton,
Yeah.
and because he just said something in a book.
Bill Clinton, well, he had said it, and he said it privately, but it got out, you know. So that's how these things go. But yeah, he said that about his wife's campaign, which again,
He's not
and
wrong.
that and
yeah,
that's what I mean, the headline should be Bill Clinton tells the truth, and that should be the shocker, but like that nobody's taking that angle. I'm very disappointed.
yeah, I know.
More
People
of
are.
11.
Bill Clinton honest about his wife's shitty campaign skills? It's because like the delusion is that Hillary ran a good campaign. So that delusion has to be protected because that's what's holding the libs together in their heads.
Oh, you know Biden's about to lose this next one because Hillary's trying to advise him.
Yeah. Well, Joe, don't do this. That would work if she taught him in the negative. Well, Joe, don't do that.
Yeah, but you forget her ego. That just wouldn't really work for her.
You're gonna have to face misogyny, Joe.
You just kind of, yeah, face first into it.
Yeah. Well, the reason we're going to have to deal with another round of Joe Biden is because Joe Biden wants to be president and is too lazy to run for office. Because why should she have to sully her hands running for office when she can just put Joe out there with his dementia and be like, do the thing? And he's like,
Good
Mac,
luck getting, good luck getting elected without the black vote
yeah,
and and the Arab vote.
yeah, in the Democrats.
And probably even the Mexican vote. To be honest.
Well, the Mexican vote's going for different reasons.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
As it turns out, light-skinned Latinos empathize a lot with white supremacy because they come from a white country and were part of an active program of white supremacy in Mexico. So like it's not like they see anything wrong with, you know what I mean? Like it's not like they're like, "Oh no, white supremacy is terrible." They're like, "Yeah, white supremacy is pretty fucking
So they'll
cool."
see the death penalty and say, "Oh, that's not for me, so I don't care."
Yeah, they don't give a shit. They're like they're not going after the light skins. Why should I worry?
Hmm. Hmm.
You know, like dark skin, like what it boils down to is that if you see a dark skinned Latino, they're somewhere in their family tree is somebody who's indigenous, most likely a rape victim, but somebody who's indigenous, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they are suffering the same racism that like they're suffering an equivalent form of racism that black people are suffering in this country. Not to mention the black Mexicans also suffer that form of racism. Um, like I don't know what to say. Like it's like you don't have to. Like, this doesn't. It doesn't require that much brain power to arrive at the conclusion that light-skinned people are going to empathize more and more with whites as the lighter they get. The
Oh yeah.
the more that they radiate a vision of whiteness, the less they're going to experience, and the more they're going to empathize with racist whites.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If they're purely passing, then it's very logical that they've suffered a minimalist amount or none at all.
They go,
So
guys, maybe we can grift our way to the top.
yeah, and this was common in the black community too. Like this is not a new thing. Colorism is
Mm-mm,
very very old.
mm-mm. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so like I don't like white people are like you
I'm just
you
saying. I'm just saying. Who's happy with Biden at this point? Cause
whites,
are
liberal
they?
whites. Yeah, liberal whites are happy with
Are
Biden.
they though?
Conservative Jews are happy with Biden, but they want more out of him. The conservative Jews are never going to vote for um they're never going to vote for Democrats because at the end of the day, the way they're going to get the most extraction points is with um they're going to get it from Republicans, right? They're going to get the most concessions because those are the same people who are going to have the biggest ties to Israel financially. They're going to enjoy the most perks from it, and they're going to have the best positions within a white supremacist framework. As it turns out, the white supremacist party is the conservative party. Surprise, surprise. In a country founded on white supremacy, the conservatives are the white supremacists. Like this isn't very hard. This is not. You have to explain this shit to white people like they're five.
Ah, oh, for 'em.
Like not like Juniper and Chris Gadsden white. I mean like I'm talking like suburban whites. Like you have to explain this to them so hard. Like they cannot even begin to fathom. And they're now like if you look at their rhetoric is genocidal and racist because they feel the permission to do so. Because they are trying to court more conservative voters. And the way you court conservative voters is through genocidal racism in a country founded on genocidal white supremacist racism. Well, hey,
Yeah.
you know, they're like murder every fucking Palestinian. How's that racist? How's it racist? And it's like, well, you're the ones who are obsessed with Ibrahim X Kendi. You're the ones who are obsessed with being anti-racist. I don't know what to tell you.
I said Palestinians, not knit.
Yeah, yeah. They're like, no, dum dum. I like black people. I hate brown Palestinians. It's completely different. It's like, not really, not in this case. How the way you motherfuckers are talking.
Mm-mm. Can't take them nowhere.
You can't take white people nowhere.
Can't take them nowhere.
Can't take them nowhere.
You just get out there and they just start showing that ass immediately.
Yeah. They're like, how soon can I show my racist ass? I need to know.
Like, bro, we just got off the bus. What are you doing?
So maybe what we should be doing is like pretending that we're from SpaceX and we are giving white people a free flight to Mars.
Yeah.
And we get them in a capsule and like just drop them off the edge of a crane
Just
or something.
eject them
And
into the sun.
they'll never no, that's like you'd have to burn way too much fuel. I'm sure you can kill them if you just like have them go up to like the 8th floor and just like push them off.
Yeah.
And the capsule's right over here. Psh. And yeah, like I think that's one way that we could make a dent in this problem.
We need
And
to
I think there's enough of them that would fall for it.
we need another Challenger disaster to thin out their ranks a little. That's what we need. They're fucking incredible. It's just astounding how their brains work.
It is.
Like
Because, like,
they're in it deep.
there's, at this point, there's just no logic whatsoever. They're just kind of, like, falling over all over themselves. Just off the dumbest shit.
They were like, Ibrahim X Kendi is no longer favored, so we can do what we want. Thank you. It's like, I guess that's the attitude you can have. I don't think that's right. I don't think you're thinking about this correctly, but sure, that's an attitude you can adopt. I agree. Mathematically, that's an attitude that exists if somebody has to have it. You don't have to have it, but that is certainly the path you've chosen at this point.
Well, there it is.
Yeah. So, yeah, Mac, what if we just said some stuff about the Palestinians like the Chinese? That didn't even make any sense. Well, my brain hurts. Like a lot. All the time. Mac, come on. I'm a black baller
Mac.
daddy. Mac, I've got I've got I've got juicy white naturals just waiting to do some racism.
Hey Mac, I'm gonna get a Big Mac, Mac.
Hey Mac, use a damn fine black person. Why don't you back that thing up, Mac?
Back that Mac back, Mac.
Cracker Jack, more like this cracker's acting whack, am I right?
Oh, there you go.
Black Biden. Look, look,
Don't
fam.
even, don't even.
Yeah, I'm doing Black Biden now.
Here we go. Okay, okay. Let me ready myself.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Come on. Look, Mac. He's being a real jive turkey. He's such a turkey. I'm gonna nickname him Butterball.
Hey yo.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Look at this white guy here. I bet I bet I bet when this I bet when this white guy's golfing, he's got his big fat ass stuck out. He's bent over, Mac. Do you ever notice white boys drive a car like this? Excuse me, I'm trying to drive here, sir. But a black guy like me, Joe Biden, drives a car like this.
Loves his
Oh,
pops.
baby.
Loves his pops.
Yeah. I told I told Corn Pop I'm gonna shiv an word if he gets out of line. I can say that. I'm Black Joe Biden. I voted for me, so I can say I'm black.
If you don't vote for me, you ain't white.
If you don't vote for me, you ain't black, Mac. I'm pulling all y'all's black card. They
Walk in the
oh,
room. Give me that black card. Thank you. I'm out.
I'm out, Mac. I got your black card now. What's up? No more Kool-Aid at the swimming pool.
Like a thief in the night.
Get the jazz box on. Play some radio for them young little lets. Joe, you're still not. Joe, you're still not. You're still not. You're not actually black. I keep telling you. You didn't vote for Joe Biden. You ain't black. You voted for Joe Biden. You're the blackest motherfucker there is.
But I had a black blood transfusion. Does that count?
I'm the first black guy to vote for Joe Biden. I'm the king of the black people. I'm Joe Biden.
Half my organs are black.
Joe,
I was just
you have to
I
stop
was just
saying it with a
drinking
bunch of
black blood this
uppity.
morning.
Yeah, I was just shooting up on black blood this morning, Mac. Don't you try it. Don't you be an uppity little let. Stop saying that. Joe, stop saying that, please. Dear, for the love of fucking Christ, stop saying. Stop calling people lets. They know what the first part of that is. Do you want to do something funny?
That was a good
Let's.
one. That was a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, lets.
I know what you're saying. I know.
Yeah.
I know. I know. It's good.
Donald Glover was doing stand up one time. And he's like, "Dude, deaf people are racist." And I'm like, spoiler alert, in my job, I've only talked to 3 white deaf men, and all 3 have just said the N word. In the context of like, one of them called me the N word, and were like, 2 of them like, "You treat me worse than an N word," and I was like, "Wow, okay,
Ow.
yeah." I don't know which one I was like. The one who just called me the N word was pretty funny. You know what I mean? Because he's going through and like the funny thing is too, the translators don't soften it at all. Like deaf translators don't soften it. Like, so I kind of think like
No,
some are,
that's what they have to do. They have to do when you translate. They specifically teach you to say exactly what the person said, but in a
yeah,
different language. Because they get in trouble for like trying to soften shit like that.
yeah. No, they shouldn't though. What I'm saying is they can leave that one at home and it's fine. Because like, let's play devil's advocate. What if I was a black employee? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like they should. Like I understand that they're trained not
Well, if
to.
they're being racist, then they're just passing on exactly the message.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like they should soften that. Like I don't give a shit that their training is like, no, if they say the N word, you will say the N word. I don't give a shit. Like, no, don't. And they're like, you can't censor them. Yeah, it's fine. When it comes to government censorship, if government censorship is like you can't present an alternative opinion in a democracy, like that's bad. If you're just cutting out the N word from conversation so fewer people have to hear it, that's fine. I don't actually give a shit at all. And people are like, you can't, that's a slippery slope. It literally wasn't because I gave you a clear line. If you were like, I got to use that to do with fascism, or no, 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 I have to go defend David Duke now. Like, that's
Well,
you.
yeah, this is the classic game they like to play. No,
Yeah,
I agree. I agree.
yeah,
I'm just saying, like, for that profession,
they're
they make it
required to
they
right
make
now.
they make great pains to just say what the person is saying and completely detach themselves from the context.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, I want to counterpoint with the fact that I don't, like, I understand that, but I also don't give a shit. You can just censor that. You don't need to say it.
Well, the problem is it comes down to like policy.
Yeah.
The
I
the,
know.
the policy, yeah. I mean, it gets problematic if I don't know. Yeah, there are things
Yeah.
that happen.
No, we hit that game. We hit that game where like, oh, you're gonna censor their speech. Like, yeah, and again, like, I don't give a shit. Like, if you
Well, no,
censor their,
I don't care about censoring their speech. It's
yeah,
just that how are you gonna know what they actually said if they're softening it? You know?
yeah, I don't need to know. That's okay. If I don't, like, here's the thing. If that's how they're using their
I
speech,
need to know so I can whoop some ass.
I'm over a phone. I can't. It's not like I can do anything about it. So it's like it's just as good for me if they don't say it. Like, that's fine.
Oh, okay. Well, that's different. Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
that's okay. Like, I don't need their freedom of speech. Like, I don't have that's not it's not it is not speech that I can utilize. Like, you can give me a screed from Nick Land, known meth conservative, and I
Ooh,
need
is that
that
like a
speech.
different? Is that like an evolution?
Yeah, Hitchens was in the meth conservatives. The meth conservatives are a group of left wing thinkers who like went really deep down. I think your mom ate yours, so here you can have that one. Oh, well, whose was that? Now I'm tripping. Yeah, sorry. My stepson just came home from work, so I had to stop when we were talking. It's
What up,
delicious.
stepson?
Yeah, delicious holiday pies were involved.
What up, fam?
What up, fam? But yeah, like the meth conservatives are like Hitchens is in this, right? So there's this group of left wing thinkers who um were like, okay, if we dive into accelerationism, then what'll happen is capitalism will crash. And when capitalism crashes, then we can do socialism and everything will be better. It's just going to be really bad. So what we have to do is it's a type of rip the band-aid politics, right? So
Yeah, we've already established that that doesn't work.
well, devil's advocate, even if it does, imagine having to take that hit. Sounds pretty shitty.
Yeah, sure.
So what they did is they flipped to being allegedly conservative thinkers. And as conservative thinkers, we're trying to get the conservatives to do more and more and more. Hitchens was famous for backing the Iraq War and trying to egg them on into other wars. The idea being if you bleed the beast will no longer be able to operate the way it is. Again, accelerationism. The US will collapse faster and in the form that it has, and it will then have to go to a more socialist alternative just prima facie. Which, like, again, that's also not true.
I really hate that term.
What's that?
Conservative thinkers. They
Mm-hmm.
don't think. There's no thinking involved.
Well, he did. He's just wrong.
You thought about it, you was wrong.
Yeah. Because Hitchens used to be a stalwart of the left. And he was one of the new atheist guys, too. So, like, it's always that sketch territory. New atheists are useless.
New atheist.
Mm-hmm. Dawkins, Bill Maher, etc.
Oh yeah, those guys. Those guys
Uh,
are bad.
yeah,
Those
Ricky
guys are
Gervais.
really bad. Those guys are really, really bad.
Uh-huh.
Those are the guys that make you say when someone asks you over your religious beliefs, you're just like you don't want to say atheist because you're associated with those guys.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's their intent. Like, that was their Like that was the plot of those people.
Nowadays, I just say anti-theist,
Yeah.
and it makes them even more mad. I
The
like it.
the purpose of new atheism in my mind was to shrink the number of atheists available because being associated with them was so toxic and disgusting. Like it's a like to me it presents itself. It's much like PETA, right? Like how come
Are you
90
saying it's an op?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sounds about
never
right.
thought of it
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah, like how like it's just like PETA, right? How come 90% of people believe you shouldn't just mercilessly beat dogs to death and yet we can't get a party that protects dogs? Like we can't even make the fundamental like premise of a political motion that you can't mistreat animals, which would again have prima facie 90% support. Who actually outside of like actual like dog killers like Pete Buttigieg, who thinks it's okay to just kill a dog in cold blood for the sheer like thrill of ending a life? Nobody.
It's
Yet,
only okay if the dog kind of annoys you. Then it's not in cold blood.
well, then we're starting to get into policy differences. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah. We can't split. We can't split the parties.
yeah, the party's in its infancy. We don't have enough support yet to get two wings, but I'm just saying,
Well, they
like,
get. Well, PETA gives more consideration for those dogs than they do black people. So,
no, I don't think they do. They don't, they don't euthanize black people en masse, to our knowledge. Now, if you have proof of that, please submit that to your local authorities.
but they
But
Oh
want.
god, I think
They
that's
want.
actually a bumper sticker. I need to look it up.
what?
Don't worry about it. I'm just gonna look it up first.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, but like, if you have proof of that, please, dear God, act on it. Like, don't sit on that like you're fucking. Don't hold that one back. But like, are they rhetorically speaking? Are they pretty fucking racist to black people? Oh yeah. We're talking about the
Me.
difference between overt aggressive racism and actual murder. So you know what I mean? Like one's clearly worse than the other, but like we're not dealing with like this is not the difference between like tepid or unenthusiastic support and outright murder. This is we're in a dark place to begin with.
Right.
Which is just like me when I'm banging my bitch Sharonda. Shut up, Joe. Shut up. Just shut up already.
Shut the fuck up. No.
Joe, stop. God damn it.
I ever hear you say another word.
Her name is Jill. Everybody knows she's white.
Swear to God, Joe, if you don't shut the fuck.
You are killing this campaign, Joseph. But yeah, so like the accelerationists and the new atheists, like, yeah, first off, again, new atheism, totally an op. Totally an op. Because those people were, as soon as like they were like, the new atheism grift is kind of over thanks to Sam Harris, the conservatives have moved in to take the space. I'm going to go do transphobia. And I'm going to go scream about the wokes. Like,
White people are rebranding.
yeah, and like here's the thing about that too. The woke insult comes from an idea that the fundamental truth of the universe is God, and the wokes are in opposition to God. So when you start
What?
screaming about, yeah, that's what that is. It's a different paradigm of truth. It's
I
it's
I literally thought it was just them just making shit up and taking political correctness and just moving it somewhere else.
well, yeah, they are, and the reason for that is because they fundamentally see the wokes as non-human, demonic supporters of an
Well,
evil
yeah, I
agenda.
mean,
Yeah,
Wokes is black, right? So they see blacks as non-human, so the Wokes are non-human. So
yeah, they just kept their old, they kept their old song and dance and kept going. But like, if you think like that, the next logical step is the thing to ask is why, and the answer is pretty obvious, right? Because these people are hardcore fundamentalist Christians who don't see black people as people. And so the woke then references their war against Satan in their mind versus instead of like a political paradigm. This is the other thing too, right? Like you remember I told you about that thing from Arami. Like uh it's
yeah, I
okay.
just can't with them.
We are not talking like the thing is like people do this one all the time too. It's like no, you have to kind of let the hate there. It's like yeah, how'd that turn out? How'd that turn out in Germany? No, you like it's okay. The tolerance paradox holds. You just go ahead and smash that shit with a hammer, and anybody whose teeth gets broken was kind of their own fault. And then if they want to behave, that's fine. You don't have to. You don't have to go to all-out war, but if they want all-out war, you give it to them, and you give it to them so hard that they collapse and they get set back 40, 50, 60, 70, 90 centuries or whatever. Don't be afraid to do it. It's fine. Like when people are like, "Oh, in a democracy," like, yeah, well, guess what? Number one, we don't have one. Okay, that's not a thing that we have.
We had it, we could talk about it, but we don't have it, so we're talking about hypotheticals here. So
Yeah, we're not gonna play pretend about how you have to behave in a thing that we don't even have anyway. We have an oligarchy, and in the oligarchy, it's white. So you're going to have to treat hatred as something that cannot be permitted and cannot be supported. You're going to have to treat it as toxic as it fucking is because you need to stamp it out. If you want a democracy, you're going to have some fundamental principles that are axiomatically immovable. That's the dirty secret. That's how governments function. You have to have an immovable, axiomatic setup that says this is the fundamental truth that ties the nation state together so that everything else is a genuine policy difference and not a fundamental question about what is, like, who is human, who has the right to have control in politics, and so on. Like, you just have to fundamentally solve those questions before you set one up. That's why the democracy that existed in this country can properly be called a democracy because it had solved those questions. When the reforms started is when we started eroding a democracy, because to maintain those old democratic paradigms, which were shit, right? Because those are the ones where black people were a number on a tally sheet and free labor. To maintain those paradigms, they had to revert to non-democracy. So we lost it as a function of it because we didn't just go ahead and finish the job. And that's evidenced by World War II, frankly, because those people came back in another place in another form and went at it again. And we didn't keep pushing to end it, The time and the place for that was 1860, and we have failed. Now we're forced to reiterate and redo that again another 80 years after we litigated this problem with nuclear weaponry. And good on them. They're determined. They are determined to have their worldview set. They are clear that they are your enemy. But fundamentally, that is how you have to answer that question. It has to be answered through force so you can have new guiding principles. That's how you get a democracy. You have to have a set of guiding principles that everybody does not incidentally pay lip service to, but actively believes in an ideological sense. You can't have democracy without it. I'm sorry. That's the cold truth of it. That's why when people are like, "Oh, we're gonna lose the democracy," we already lost it. It's already gone. It ended. Comically enough, the reforms ended it, and those were good because the democracy that we had was shit. But the reformists, of course, lose their spine to do reforms because reformation is not a suitable replacement for a revolutionary ideology. Like that's the problem. That's what you get. You get a pile of shit because you fucking pussed out. You were lazy. And now we live here and it sucks. And you're unhappy all the time because, again, somebody else's laziness is now precluding your ability to exist in a paradigm that you're comfortable with. But you're also because of your laziness, you're too lazy to get up and do anything about it. God, I am on doomer mode tonight. I am on doomer rant tonight. Damn. We just watched Stargate and everything. I should be. You know what it is? My back's hurting, so I don't have any positive thoughts right now. I'm just like, my fucking back hurts. They gotta do this fucking show.
Physical is a powerful motivator.
I can promise you for next week's Christmas special, I'm gonna be way chippier because I'll have been adjusted that Wednesday. So like on Wednesday, I'm gonna get an adjustment, and by Friday we're gonna be rolling on the episode. Yeah, it's gonna be way more fun. I promise you. Tonight is just misery night, but this is the shit. It's self-evident, and like that's the thing too. Like that's the thing that people would really get freaked out about. Like before this, we didn't have a democracy. No, the whites had a democracy. In their democracy, the idea of what a human being was that precluded black people, and they were able to operate a nation state on that paradigm. A pretty effective nation state. It grew. It didn't shrink. It grew. So that paradigm, like that's the other thing. That, like racism is incompatible with democracy. It can literally be the fundamental principle because the problem with a democracy is not whether or not there's racism. The problem with the democracy is whether or not there is a cohesive national paradigm. If the nation state can organize itself and be cohesive, that's all it takes. That's all a government takes is cohesiveness. Under white supremacy, under very, very active white supremacy, the white supremacy of black people represent 3/5 of a person on a tally sheet, not a category of human beings and citizens. That nation state ran fine. It did not, nothing about it precluded democratic behavior. And mind you, it also was discriminatory against whites. Certainly took out the women, right? It took out the women. It took out white men who were considered insufficiently white because they
Well,
lacked
yeah.
capital.
Yeah. I mean, you're basically just getting the working class to eat itself and weaken itself by using race. So yeah, of course it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, of course it didn't. But again, like I want to point out, like their question of humanity, like people, like even right there in that speech, you would be led to believe that whites were all yippee skippy. No, they weren't. You were either sufficiently white and thus you were a member of the Democratic body, or you were insufficiently white and you were not, because that's part of the package. And insufficient whiteness included what was between your legs and how they socially conceived of what is a man and a woman, which they had an answer to. Which again, the conservatives are more than happy to take up that mantle when people are like, "No, they're the left is the party of the founding fathers." We're not, and we shouldn't try to be. Like we shouldn't. We should not, because then what is the point of what we're doing? We have to fundamentally undo everything they established. Like that's where like somebody like Cenk Uygur is politically incoherent. He sounds good. It sounds good. It's like that's not what the founding fathers would have wanted. Those motherfuckers owned slaves. It is exactly like
Yeah,
slavery.
yeah,
Slavery was the thing they wanted. Like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
okay. And they'll be like, it's not un-American. It is un-American because you're trying to redefine the core of America. That's good. That's a good thing. You should. It's been 200 years and the old framework sucked. You should be trying to fundamentally redefine it. You should be trying to rearrange those social relationships and make them better, not worse. I'm trying to be like, well, we're the real party of the fucking George Washington or whatever. Fuck him. That guy sucked. That guy was an asshole. For God's sakes, the man took dead and living slaves' teeth and put them in his mouth. How much more of a fucking fucking savage do you have to be? He was the first president. Yeah, no shit. He was bad. He was a president of a country. Like that's the other thing too. That's the other thing that kills me. Like, he was the first fucking president. Don't you got to put respect on his name? Why?
Oh, well, I don't.
Did you see the country he ran?
That's when I get real gangster and do that, and they say you gotta put some respect on his name. The fuck I do.
Yeah. Do you know what country he was running? Like it wasn't a good country.
On site, my dude. On site.
On fucking site. This dude's like the czar was better than the fucking communists or whatever. He was a holy warrior chosen by God. So I
What?
yeah, so I posted underneath it that picture of Ra and I was like, praise the name of your God, Tauri. I just gave him I'm just giving him the Stargate fucking attitude. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Just wait till you see
But
somebody that's just a
what was he
bully.
saying? What the fuck was he saying?
The czar was a holy warrior for God, so he did nothing wrong.
Wow.
Yeah, the czar.
That's amazing.
I got bad news. I got bad news. His God abandoned him behind a woodshed.
What?
I don't want your God to praise anybody because your God abandons people that want. I saw what he did for the czar and his family. No, thank you. Pretty
Uh,
unimpressed.
your God let him lose.
Yeah.
He liked them so much he wouldn't have lost. Why they always teaming with the losers? Every fucking time they got a team with the losers. The South will rise again. Yeah, no, fam. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. No, 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 no. Ain't doing no rising in here. This is a rise-free zone. Ah,
He has a Palestinian flag in there, so you can try to get away with it. But I don't care. Like I got bad news for you.
what? He's trying to mask behind a Palestinian flag.
Yeah, not gonna save you, pal. The
Yeah,
chain.
no.
He's like he had the chain of heaven. I was like, well, the chain of heaven didn't save him from the will of the proletariat, so I don't know what to tell you there.
The chain of heaven.
Yeah, it looks like they hung him with it. We
Fuck
are
you,
an
Czar.
spoiler alert, Sons of Tree Air, an anti-Czarist podcast.
What could have tipped him off?
Fuck your czar. You know what too? You know what fucks with me when they call somebody like a drug czar or something like that.
A drug czar.
Yeah, you ever hear that about an administration like he's the blank czar? And it's like, you know what? The czar got
Yeah,
his
yeah,
ass
yeah.
hung. Czar got his ass hung. I don't know if I'd want to be that guy. I'd be like, just call me the secretary. It's fine. I could
Right.
be.
It's a secretariat.
Yeah, I'm okay if I'm just the secretary of it. I don't need to be the czar of it. I'm seriously don't put that on me. Like I have a wife and kids. Like
Right.
y'all know what happened to the czars? They didn't win. Like,
Real dangerous to be a czar around here.
yeah. It's been 100 years of being real bad to be a czar. So no, I'm okay. I'm just gonna be the guy.
Just gonna not do that.
You know what? Just don't even talk about me like I'm in charge. How about that? Like instead, because you've now put that evil on me, just talk about me like I happen to work there. Just the ATF guy. Like, how dare you call me a fucking czar? It'd be awesome sometimes if libertarians were like insane about the way they pretend themselves to be. And it's like you're so they like playing king of the hill. Like I'm gonna be president of this fucking hill. I'm gonna contract negotiation this fucking hill. I'm not gonna fucking be the king. There are no kings. I kill kings, motherfucker. But they never do that. They're like tee hee hee. That's the secret of libertarianism.
Tee hee hee. We're just gonna do some evil shit and say that it's good.
Yeah, it's as it turns out, right? The logic of the supreme individual lends itself to fascism. Isn't that weird?
Oh, so weird. How
Yeah,
does that happen?
yeah, it's so fucking weird. They're like,
Can
no.
anyone explain this to me? Can anyone explain?
It's what happens when collectivism when collectivism and individualism have an abortion, and then they raise it. This puddle of bloody mess, like ideologically. Oh fuck! I'm telling you, dude, I'm super negative. It's my back. I've noticed that Dan gets negative when his back hurts.
Oh man.
And I just talked about myself in the third person because I fucking rule.
Yeah. You kind of do.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna say it, Dan, but you're right.
You're absolutely right on this one.
You turn into a 1950s weirdo. Hey, Mac, touching my back
very,
door.
very specific brand of weirdo.
Yeah. I just watched the Hudsucker Proxy. It was alright.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a movie. Anna Nicole Smith's first on-screen debut.
Oh,
Tim Robbins is in it.
Tim Robbins.
It's a Cohen Brothers film, if that does anything for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on Tubi right now, so I was like, well, I'll just watch it. You know. So I get
Tubi
bored.
rocks.
Yeah, Tubi rocks. So when I get bored, I'm like, I'm just turning on Tubi. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna find something good. And I was like, you know what? I've heard of the Hudsucker Proxy. I have no idea what this film's about. I'm just gonna watch it. It was okay.
Sometimes that works. Sometimes that works. That works out pretty well. Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. Let me put it to you like this: in any other, like, if you were to tell me I had to pay to see that movie, I'm not paying to see it. But if you're telling me I can watch it free on TV, functionally, Yeah, do it again. I'll do it right now. Fuck it, I might just turn on the Hudsucker proxy. Fuck the rest of the episode. We're gonna sit here in silence and watch it. You know,
Yeah.
you think we're above that? Quietly watching the Hudsucker proxy?
I wouldn't say so. No, I
I
wouldn't say so.
I wouldn't either, and you'd benefit because you'd be like, yeah, it was all right.
I'm just over here with my PSP games,
All four of them.
minding my own business.
All four PSP games.
Oh no, I'm getting the whole collection.
Yeah, so all six, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have mine.
gotta put some respect on it.
Yeah, put some respect on the PSP was such a good system. It sucks that it fucking fizzled.
Well, its games were too fucking expensive.
That yeah,
It was a handheld console trying to have full price games,
yeah,
and most of them were games that were on other consoles.
yeah. And I think programming for those discs presented challenges for the developers. The developers just didn't want to fucking hear.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean, that's long before they learned the lesson of making it easy to develop for games. They didn't learn that until after 360.
yeah.
Maybe not even until the generation before this one.
What like the mid generation of the Xbox S or whatever. The beginning of this generation, you mean?
Xbox One generation.
I think that's this generation, isn't it?
We're in S and X. We're a generation after.
Are we? Because the PS4 was at the same time as the S. The PS5 is
Uh,
now. I guess for the Xbox, we're a generation up because they're doing this
well,
weird
it's
rolling
weird
release.
because they didn't do like a straightforward split like they usually do.
Yeah.
They kind of did like they did like pro systems to like extend the life and like slim systems and all kinds of weird shit.
We really did. We had the PS4 forever.
Usually the lines are a little bit clearer though,
Yeah.
like it's like Sega put out Dreamcast and then Sony will say, "Oh, okay, here's the PS2," and then Nintendo will go, "Oh, okay, here's what the auto GameCube," and then it's pretty clear that it's like that's what's in that,
Yeah.
It was like, nah, we don't want no lines. We're gonna try to milk our systems as long as possible.
They really
It's
did.
fine. It's fine. It's fine. People are buying it, so.
I think it's because hardware wise, we are at a period where hardware advancements are not to the rate that they used to be, so there's not much of a point in advancing. It's
Well, there's
better.
advancement. They just don't really know. They don't really know how to really pull out that potential, and that's usually the problem with the new generations. It's there, but they don't know how to utilize it the way they need to.
Now I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. Is it really there? Or are the advancements now so microscopic and tiny that you have to wait until a shit ton of them happen until you have a clear
No,
line?
it's generally there, especially when it comes to like solid state drives and NVMe's and things like that. That like theoretically we shouldn't have any loading screens anymore, but they just haven't figured it out. That's just my take on it, though.
Yeah. All
It's
right.
usually not until the end of the generation that they finally get it, and then they're already trying to sell the next thing. So it's like,
So by the time they get up to where they could have it, they're already like 4 generations past it. It's just because I don't think they actually have it. I think they have it on paper. They don't have it in. They don't have just because it's on paper. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things on paper that like you don't have.
yeah, true.
It's usually because you like on paper what you're missing is the thing that you need. And you're missing it in both dimensions. So when you get it, then suddenly you jump up, which is like kind of to me like kind of justifies why we're having console jumps as far out as we are, rather than as people sometimes used to say like how rapid they were. But I actually think
Yeah.
that length is because they have to get comfortable with what they have before they can iterate again.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's a lot of especially with the early 3D, they just didn't even have like the basic foundations of how to understand how to navigate in 3D. So
No.
there's a whole lot of stuff that like you don't really see that like existed, but like most people don't know about. Entire systems, entire catalogs just gone. They just don't know it's there.
Yeah.
Like I remember things like when the 32X was out and the Jaguar and like the Neo Geo Pocket Color, and most people didn't even know what the fuck that was.
No, and why would they?
Why would they? Exactly.
Why would they?
But there was like a lot of advancements that happened, and then all of a sudden the Game Boy Advance comes out, and they're like, "Oh wow, this is a big jump." No, not really. If you've been paying attention.
Yeah. It is because they finally got their shit together.
Well, because they had that money maker.
Yeah.
Just shit out another Pokemon, and they got it. That's when they figured it out.
We can get there now.
I can't. I'm not getting a Switch myself. I don't. I'm not gonna fuck with that.
It's all right.
Nintendo pissed me off too many times long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that fucking Wii and Wii U shit,
Huh. Fair
and the
enough.
3DS and Nintendo DS, and you're like, all I want is some fucking basically decent online, and they still don't have it.
That's their decision not to have it. It's not like the architecture isn't there.
No, I get it. I mean, they have kids, so they don't really want to deal with an online ecosystem because then you have to moderate it. And wherever you have kids, you have. So it's like, I get it, but at the same time, like, eh,
Yeah, it sucks.
I don't want to deal with it.
That's bullshit.
Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, I haven't been on the Twitters, so I don't really know what's going on.
Nothing good.
Nothing good.
When is it these days? You know, when is anything good going on now?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. It's a good time to be an artist. You can just withdraw and start drawing,
Yeah.
like I like to do.
Fuck all this nonsense. All right.
Go ahead, pop my head in the sand, come back. What year is it?
No, I just juke. See, what I do is I don't pay attention and I just avoid it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. Especially
Nah.
like the pop culture shit. I just fucking I don't like pop culture. I don't like it.
Well, pop culture sucks. That's why it's popular.
Give me another. Give me. You mean to tell me I gotta sit here and listen to Taylor Swift? Like, nah, bro.
Oh,
Nah,
haters gonna hate, hate,
no
hate,
way. I
hate,
don't even
hate.
know what the songs sound like, and I'm just gonna say no, because we've done dealt with enough mediocre white bitches with racist boyfriends. We don't need this.
Yeah. Enough white bitches who have shitty boyfriends.
Fine if that's what you like, but I don't want it.
It's a no from me, dog.
That's yeah. You know how I do. You already know.
Yeah. You don't have to worry. I already hate it.
That's a no from me.
It's a no from me, dog.
That's a nah to the nah.
That's a nuh to your uh-huh.
Hell nah. Got the little salt and the little seasoning in there. Little bit of pepper. A little bit of.
It's a bag of dicks, Mac.
A whole bag of dicks.
It's a
What an
whole
honor.
whole bag of dicks, sir.
It's a lot of dicks.
It is a lot of dicks.
I don't know. Has anyone done a real study on the unit of a bag of dicks?
You'd have to. You could calculate. I mean, you just need to know the volume of the bag
Like,
versus the volume
are they
of the
talking
dicks.
about a Kroger bag? Well, that's the thing. Are you talking about a Kroger bag, or are you talking about like a trash bag,
Hashtag trash bag.
like a backpack?
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's plenty of people in the TSA who've actually seen a literal bag of dicks come through.
Oh, most definitely.
Just wow, that's a lot of dicks. A whole bag.
Mac, I got so many dicks here to blow your fucking mind.
So many dicks.
You've never
So
even
little time.
seen. You you have never seen what I've seen.
You can't handle the dicks.
Just a cherrywood forest dick.
All the dicks, all the time.
I've seen dicks like you wouldn't believe. Big juicy.
I'm not gay, but I'll learn.
Big juicy jubblers. Small little squeakers. Tug lords.
Tug lords.
2 inches of blue steel. I've seen it all. Mac.
You gotta earn your steel.
That's right. Got to be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean.
Handy with the
Regulators.
steel.
Say the N word.
Yeah, say the N word. Say it.
Yeah. You want me to say it?
Yeah, say it.
You really want me to say the N word?
Yeah, say it.
You want me to say it?
Yeah, say it.
Which one? What's the N word? I don't know.
I don't know. There's a lot of N words.
There's a lot of them. Which one do you want me to say, Mac?
Let's go in negation. The negation of the negation.
Yeah. We're just
Negating to negate the negation.
Are we going full Hegel on this one?
Yeah, we're going full Hegel.
It's a negation of
Full.
a negation of 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 a negation. Hegel.
Hegel.
Yeet the Hegel.
You know he's legit because his name rhymes with bagel.
Yeah. What if he was a Jewish guy?
German is a good chance.
Yeah, there's non-zero chance.
A non-zero chance is enough chance for me.
What about Bagel and he's looking for some schmear?
Bagel and he's looking for some schmear.
Some schmear.
Schmear bagel.
Yeah, Wilhelm Friedrich Schmegel.
That sounds pretty gross. I gotta say, yeah, that sounds kind
Sounds
of
kind of
not
gay,
not
gay,
good.
gay, gay, gay.
Like a schmear. Only schmear I know is a pap schmear, and that's totally not.
Okay. What about a Pabst Blue Ribbon schmear?
A Pabst Blue Ribbon schmear. That's somehow you made it worse
Thank you.
because you take because before it was a topping and it's just like the top layer, but now it's a whole can.
Now it's a whole can of
Whole
schmear.
can of schmear.
Yeah, a Pabst schmear instead of a Pap schmear. What about a
Pabst
Pap schmear and
Pabst schmear.
you dab a little schmear on it?
Get a little schmear action.
Yeah.
Schmear action.
Excuse me, my wife needs to go to the doctor. I need to put a little schmear on it.
It's a little bit of schmear.
That's the Jewish guy's joke. He's just constantly always saying he's got to put a little schmear on his wife.
Well, schmear it.
Yeah, got to schmear it up.
Schmear it.
Don't
That's the schmear it.
That's the Pabst Blue schmear it. Pabst Blue
It's
schmear.
it's schmear it day at school.
Yeah,
Schmear it week.
schmear it week. I need this. It was gay, 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 gay. I tried to fuck him anyway, way, 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 way. He said, Taylor, I'm not into you. No, oh. So I said, boop.
Gay!
Woo. That's a good way to end it. And just making
Yeah.
fun of Taylor. You know what though? Like I gotta say this, Taylor Swift would never say that. That's good on her. And it's also very funny that all of her fans wish that was her song. There's a lot of white dudes who are like, I'm gonna hate jack off to Taylor Swift because she's not racist enough. And it's like
What?
that. Yeah, that's like a big thing. Her fan was trying to get her to be a white supremacist because she's like a billion-dollar artist. And
Ah,
she was like, but I'm not racist. And they were like, you fucking whore. Like,
yeah, yeah. They turn on you quick.
yeah, like real quick, real ass
She's
quick.
smart not to.
Yeah. She was smart not to because then she's like, no, I don't. Then I'll just not be racist. How about that? And they were like, you fucking bitch.
I just thought that maybe I shouldn't be racist.
And they were like, you fucking whore, you traitor whore.
Well, yeah, that misogyny and that racism,
Yeah,
they go hand in hand.
they really do though.
It's
Yeah.
like that. It's like that. It's like you open the door for one party goer, and they bring 3 of their friends. And you're like, God damn, man. I don't need misogyny and I don't need transphobia in here. And who the fuck are you over there in the corner? What are you doing?
I didn't need to hear the N-word so much. Yes, you did.
Now your whole party's ruined.
Yeah, you did that to yourself.
And all I had to do was not have the
You made
racing
the
it up.
option. You made the option to have the race warriors, man. We told you not to. We were like, don't do a bunch of race warrior shit. And you were like, I have to do it anyway.
Oh, and they'd be so excited for the race warrior shit. They'd be like, man, we gonna have our boogaloo. You remember how you remember what happened last time, don't you? Need I remind you about Mr. Sherman? I'm sure we can find someone to fill them shoes real quick.
We can end this conversation real quick.
Mr. Sherman, be happy to have a word with you.
Is it worth it? Let me work it. Put my game down, flip it, and reverse it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say put my thing down, flip it, and burn it.
Put your shit there, flip it, and burn it.
Flip it and burn it.
Is it worth it? Let me twerk in. Let me look at your skin jerkin.
Burn it with the purpose.
Oh man, I
You
gotta
got a
say,
big
dude.
shirt. Let me work. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
No, you're going off. I'm letting
No,
this happen.
I was doing the thing.
You got a big crank. Let me work it, Mac. Let's see how hard you're gonna jerk it.
Put the pussy on you so I can show ya.
Put the pussy on you so I can show ya.
Right, because of course, yeah, the show
Yeah,
tunes. Yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, you
That's
know what
right.
else? You know what else?
What? What
Amel.
is it?
Amel. You would not believe, but I am a Jew.
What?
Um,
No, no way, no
no,
way.
don't say it, Jew polio.
Jew appalled.
Don't say it, Jew polio. You're not a Jew. Don't be a Jew. Man.
They call me Jew Julio.
You ever hear the song from Little Debbie? She's a shitty rapper. The shitty
Little
white
Debbie,
rapper. Yeah, Little Debbie.
like a snack cake.
Yeah, yeah. You can tell she's running a bit.
I haven't heard a little that bad in quite a while.
It's
They
so
used to
good.
be really, they used to be really bad.
I got that purple. Great. I can bake a cake. I can bake a cake. I can bake a cake. I got that purple. Great. I can bake a cake. It's fucking terrible, but it's so funny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, great.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Can bake a cake. Sure you can.
I can bake a cake.
I tried to bake a cake for my mom, but she said no.
I tried to bake a cake, but my mom said, "Why are you such a douchebag?" I said, "Mama, it's hurtful. Do not call me a douchebag."
Not in front of the plants.
Not in front of the plants. Not in front of the plants.
Not the house plants, the CIA plants.
No, I'm in the house plants.
They didn't care about the house plants. Care about the CIA plants.
What the shit? When did they print this bullshit, Lost Caverns of Ixalan? Of course they did. This card's nuts. Yeah, I totally am. And it's we're everything right now is bonus content, so I'm doing whatever I want now. We're going wild.
Oh, are we still on? I thought we was off. Okay.
No, we should have ended with the end bit, but I was too lazy to hit the button, so I was like, nah, just keep
Oh
going,
well,
see what
no,
happens.
we might as well have some bonus content. Get to hear some insight into our after call chats.
Yeah,
Basically, they degrade into nothingness until we're just grunting nonsense and falling asleep.
yeah,
It's really quite based if you think about it.
it is based. Now check this card out, dude. 2 mana for a 1/4, so it's already like the power's sub rate, but the toughness is like huge, right?
Okay.
That can block a lot of early game shit because it literally blocks anything with 1/3/3 power like it's nothing, and it blocks anything with 4 power at least once cleanly, you know?
Okay.
4 or greater, but it just perma-stone rains anything 1/3/3. And then it has artifacts your opponents control enter the battlefield tap, so it just fucks up their permanence, right?
Hmm.
And then on top of that, you can pay you can pay like XX and white, so you pump 3 mana into it. You can destroy each artifact with mana value 1. If you pump 5 mana into it, you can destroy each artifact with mana value 2. So it's an anti-artifact hate piece that turns into an anti-artifact board sweeper.
Oh, you fancy.
That is a fancy fucking. That's a common. Like that's things you rip open a packs and like throw on the side. Like I don't want to play with you. This game is fucking surreal, man. God,
Yeah, it's an interesting game.
it is. What else
As
can I
far as
do to
games
people?
go, it's really interesting designed.
Yeah. What else can I do? And that's like 35 cents, mind you. Like you get all that on a card. Like back in the day, you used to be like a 1 mana, like a 2 mana 3/3 with no text. Holy shit.
35
Wizards.
cents.
This thing only dies the lightning bolt, Wizards. What are you doing? If I put a 1/1 counter on this, it's basically the best creature ever printed. Like, what are you doing, Wizards?
Holy shit.
Now it's like, hey, do you want a double hate piece on a 1/4 body that can attack and block? It's what? Okay.
Hmm.
There was a time when somebody thought like a 6 mana 7/7 was gonna break the game in half and like ruin it forever. And now it's like that's quaint. There's a three
Cream
mana
on the
7/6.
outside, clean on the inside. Ice
Yeah.
cream paint job.
You reading some Little Debbie lyrics.
No, I was ice cream paint job.
Ice cream paint job.
That's an actual song.
That's
Just just
cool.
just a reminder that these songs have always been fucking stupid.
Why'd you shave your pussy,
Music
not your
music hasn't been
asshole?
getting worse. It's always been bad.
Yeah. Why'd you shave your pussy, not your asshole? Stupid bitch. It was my birthday. You would know that if you really loved me.
They'd be like, they're ruining music. I'd be like, ass titties, ass titties, ass titties,
Titties,
and
titties,
big
ass,
booty
titties.
bitches.
Big booty bitches need to watch up. Don't get mad if I don't want to fuck. You need soap and water. Soap and water. Water, 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 water. Boom, diddly, boom, ba-dum. Boom, diddly, boom, ba-dum. Yeah.
titties, titties,
Titty,
and
ass and
titties.
titties. Ass, titties, ass and titties. Ass, titties, titties, ass and titties. Holy shit. Is that like an every other turn mana ramp spell? How much is that? 83 cents. Jesus Christ. Doom diddlin doom ba-dum, boom diddlin doom ba-dum. Do you draw the 6 card? Yeah, you just. Oh,
I
you
didn't
you
draw.
do draw a
I
6
didn't
card.
draw anything.
No, inscribed tablet. I was looking because it's like 1 mana. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You get a land, and if you whiff, you get to draw a card. It's like a prize. You know what I mean? Like it's a prize for failure. It literally is a participation trophy. Thanks for casting this spell. But I was
Hmm.
like, do you have to draw like the top of those 5 and then you put them back, or do you draw the 6 card? And it turns out you draw the 6 card. Yo quiero como spell. Here's a good one. This is a real magic card from an unset, from their joke sets. Let's get the fucking Taco Bell Chihuahua on it.
Chihuahua.
Boom, 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 boom,
Didn't
boom,
that
boom.
Chihuahua have a funny name? I feel like it had a funny name.
I kind of think you're right.
Something that. Eh.
I really feel like you're right. Big titty dead girl.
Big titty dead girl.
Magic the Gathering, baby. Big titty dead girl.
Oh, Liliana.
No, she's living.
Oh, it's Gidget.
Yeah, it's Gidget.
Yeah, that's a funny name.
Yeah. Lempus.
Keening apparition.
Yep. I don't know what keening is, but
Well, it's pretty white, so maybe it's a maybe maybe it's a ghost.
it's a ghost.
Jester sombrero. That's a real card.
Yeah, it's a real uncard. So it's like a fake
Oh,
card, but
okay.
it's not fake. In
A
that it's
real
been
fake
printed.
card.
Yeah, it's a real fake card.
Yeah, yeah. Sounds pretty tight though. Jester
Yeah.
sombrero. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun name. Stinking ass bitches that need to wash up.
They
Don't
need to wash up.
don't get mad when I don't
They
wanna fuck.
need. They need to. Oh man, I should learn the B-52's voice.
It's
They need
time
to
to
wash.
get some sleep
They
out
need to
there.
wash up.
They need to wash up.
They need to wash up in
Woo!
Mesopotamia.
Big booty bitches need to wash up. Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. You stick to the art. I'll stick to the stupid voices that get you nothing. Because that's what
Well,
I'm good at.
well, fine, but I'm gonna go get my own voices with blackjack and hookers.
Oh,
Come on, we
yeah.
out of here.
Nope, I'm still going. Look. Oswald
Bender, you're the
Diddlebender.
greatest.
Oswald Diddlebender.
Fiddlebender.
Yeah,
That
Diddlebender.
that sounds pretty gay.
Yeah.
He sounds.
He's got a stupidly powerful ability, though. Did you read that ability? You can just chain artifacts up.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, all you need is an ETB and exit the battlefield trigger on an artifact, and then suddenly he's like the stupidest card that's ever been played. You're like, oh, this is Toontown now. Got it.
I like the shading on this card. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good. No, I definitely can't play Phyrexian Dreadnought. That's disappointing. That card rocks.
Phyrexian Dreadnought.
Yeah, this card looks. This is one of those cards that looks metal as shit. There's a way to cheat him into play on like turn 2 by stifling that bottom trigger that looks like hell. So you just get a 1 mana 12/12. You pay 2 mana, discard a card for a 12/12 is what ends up happening. It's based as shit. Yeah, that thing is nuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that thing is stupid, right? There's a card called Stifle. It's 1 blue, so the blue decks get to play it of all things, right? It's a blue deck.
What does it mean bury though?
Destroy or send to
Oh,
the
destroy.
graveyard. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay. Right, because the graveyard. Yeah.
yeah. Just cut that thing down. Cut it down, goddammit.
Oh, you got your big beastie thing that you thought was gonna end the game for you?
Oh, you think you're real cool? You're 4/4, huh? Yeah, it's a pretty cool card. Here's the fucking Juggernaut. Here's the Dreadnought, motherfucker. Damn. That son of a bitch is $9? That card sucks. Stupid legacy players. Wait. Is that... Did I just find a janky combo that just lets you keep drawing cards over and over again? Where's my man? This is my good boy right here. Everybody else has a good
Heart
boy that's a
attack
cute dog.
Jesus.
Yeah. See, okay, so here's the idea, right? You drop him on turn 1. You go get this guy right here, Luris, my good boy. Look at him. He's just a cute boy. He's even got pups, so you know he's a dad or she's a mom, whatever Luris is, right? That's just a parent looking out for their kid. But then every turn you can just pay 3 mana and essentially loop this thing from your yard, and you can just go draw cards with it. Fucking rocks. That really fucking rocks. Like, I'm not fucking around. That's cool as shit. Are there any white demons in Magic?
White Devils.
Yeah, white devils. Literally. Well, technically demons, but like, what's split hair? Devil's its own creature type, believe it or not. CWT demon. There's 5. Shit! I mean, they're multicolored, but there's 5 of them? That sounds weird. Okay, so that bitch wants me to sacrifice 3 permanents a turn. That's a bit of a tall order.
There is nothing more hilariously useless than fucking community notes on Twitter.
Yeah. Even if they're good. Even if they're just good notes, doesn't matter. Like, I'm being real. I don't even think all the community notes are bad. I just don't, like, let's face it, you're right. Shire Sheriff. What the fuck? 1 cent? It's a penny for the Shire Sheriff?
Shire.
It's a 2-mana 2/2 that says when you sack a token, you can like when he enters the battlefield, you can sack a token. If you do that, you get to exile a creature an opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield, which is like that's kind of cool.
Get out of my battlefield.
Get off my turf.
Get off my land.
Get off my goddamn battlefield. I like that one. You were right the first time. Dan said it first.
Damn, the weekend donated 2.5 million to humanitarian aid in Gaza.
Good. That's just objectively good. You remember when people got on Mr. Beast for like letting deaf people hear?
Yeah.
Like out of all the things Mr. Beast does, like all that money that's squandered on his existence, like that is the least that is the lowest order thing you should be fucking talking about.
Yeah, when people do good things, you should celebrate them.
Yeah, that's fine. You can say like that's good. You know, you can just say that's good. Like I'm not even a Mr. Beast fan. I understand he's a better streamer than I am. Whatever. Like you can call me a jealous bitch, but like of all the things to get on him
Oh,
about,
well, the thing is, better streamers just steal their skills, steal
yeah,
their presentation from other people.
yeah, it's all
If we wanted
reaction
to be,
videos.
if we wanted to be good streamers, we would just steal what other people who are famous are already doing.
Yeah.
But we
Whoa.
don't want to be. We want to be us.
That's right. Fuck him. Fuck him. That's why.
Oh, Rome.
Roam, roam on the womb.
If you're black or Middle Eastern in the U.S., learn how to shoot and buy a gun.
How much is that?
I am the gun.
I am the gun. Holy shit, that's a broken removal spell. Check this out. Each player sacrifices the creature they control with the highest mana value unless they pay that creature's mana cost. If 2 or more creatures a player controls are tied for the highest, that player chooses one. That just says fuck your biggest thing. You know the thing you paid a lot of money for? Fuck it. That also is fuck your couch.
Fuck it. Fuck it. Oh wait, I got a song for this. I'm queuing that up so when I play Marauders next, every time I kill him, I'm gonna play that fuck you.
Jesus Christ, it's not legal in Legacy. Thank fuck. Okay. What can I do? Bowls of Porridge is pretty funny. It's just a dumb little mini game. I'm loving tits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Woo. Do 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 do. Woo.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll. Rock and roll McDonald's. Rock and roll McDonald's.
Ronald McRock and roll.
You don't like
All right,
rock
I'm
and
gonna
roll?
get out of here. Get
All
some
right.
sleep.
Yeah, I should do the same thing. I'm not. I'm just gonna look at magic cards.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
enjoy. I'm going to look at the back of my eyelids.
I'm gonna look at the back of my balls.
Oh, I'm gonna look too.
That's what I'm talking about. Wait, what's the stupidest thing I can do with that?
Peace
Kidding.
out, brother.
Peace out. No, I guess it's just me. Being sexy.